my God, Blue Box, is that you?
What does hope mean to you? What about change?
Well, this man represents just that. He's a positive trailblazer in the community.
Who always pushes the youth forward. So we decided to take a trip down to the deli and have a conversation.
Good meeting with you, Mr. Stokey. This is the first episode of Top Dogs. I'm glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me, man. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. I appreciate that. So, for the people who don't know, I just want to know, who are you, Mr. Stokey? How would you describe yourself?
I'm a father. I'm a friend. I do my best to be a good person. Born and raised in West Baltimore, White Lock, Reservoir Hill. White Lock is responsible for my DNA in terms of how I structure and how I approach business endeavors in general. Growing up in the city of Baltimore, White Lock teaches you the mindset of survival and how to create different platforms and succeed on those platforms. So now I can honestly say for myself, if it wasn't for White Lock, I wouldn't be prepared to deal with all my business endeavors, in the way that I deal with them. And some of them hasn't always been successful, but it always prepared me to, deal with failure in a way where as though I don't let it take me down, I let it build me up.
So we in the deli right now?
The deli, it's a deli.
What made you, what led you creating the deli?
I am a community guy first and foremost, and this opportunity was about creating generational wealth for my children, to own something that I know will flourish and come to fruition in terms of the particularized needs that this community has or needs in terms of the product that we serve, And I want to be a healthy environment and conducive to what people look forward to having anywhere else. So I just wanted to own something that I could pass down to my kids and serve the community simultaneously. As my friend Emery say, if you don't make, plans for your future, somebody will run your life. You know what I'm saying? So I want my kids to be able to say their father left them something other than the hashtag, and hopefully they can turn it into something for their kids. I mean, the Stokey project, as I said, started off as a strong marketing, consulting, management company. And we manage all walk of life, from artists to entertainers, and I'm looking for holistic relationships and trying to have premium resources to help every client that I manage succeed and achieve their goal. And by doing that means I have to do my best, to give them all the ammunition that they can actually, ask for to be their best, So if they win, we win, but it always starts putting the client first and making sure that I give them the best that I have to offer. So when they go out here in the world to try to achieve their goals, they prepared to succeed.
There's something unique about an individual that have come from where we've come from and decide to run for mayor of the city. I was just blown by that alone. And I knew that I was hanging out with a man that was truly making history.
That story is unique in itself because, a lot of people never understood why I jumped into the political ring. It wasn't to become mayor, it wasn't to be a politician. It was to show the younger demographic what change and growth look like. And nowadays, people only believe what they see. So if you see change, then you'll believe in it. If you don't see it, you won't believe in it. Normally, so for me, it wasn't to become a politician. It wasn't to become, someone that I wasn't. I love my life. I just used that platform to show people that anything was possible. And I felt as though if they see me, someone who's been through a whole bunch of hardships in life, transitioning from bad to good, then they would try to do the same thing.
Relationships. It ain't about what you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know nobody, what you gonna do with it? So he always preached relationships. So he rather build relationships with people. He know everybody in the world. So it's like, if you need a mechanic, you can call him. He ain't gonna fix your car, but he gonna direct you right in the right place to get your car fixed. Or anything. He know everybody down to the T. So he always preached relationships and time. And that always stick with me because it's like I can't get my time back. And relationships, I'm trying it's networking.
And you partnered with Roc Nation, right?
Well, we had a partnership to help manage Sky, and they gonna be family, for life as well. I love Roc Nation. They gave me a platform, and they gave me relationships I could never have received, from just being who I am. So I'm very grateful for those opportunities. We got some things hopefully in the works in the near future. Rel Carter, who's a wonderful guy. I call him nephew. He works at Roc Nation, and me and him had some things in the pipeline. So I'm just excited, man, to be able to be, in control of my destiny, making these decisions, man.
Here on Top Dogs, we got something called Top Dogs 5, and I just want to know
Top Dogs 5?
Top Dogs 5, yeah. So I want to know that what's your 5 most influential things that help you get, just go throughout life?
Or God, my mom, my daughter, surround myself with good people, and follow winners.
So I saw that you said you had a charter school in a way.
It's funny, last night I was talking to my friend and my mentor, Jan Pickney, who, was doing our best to create this charter school for Baltimore. We was hopeful for next year, but if not, it's going to be yet the next.
What is that? Where is it going to be located?
Charter school, well, it doesn't matter where. It might be several throughout the city of Baltimore, but we're interested in STEM and giving kids the opportunity to achieve academically so they can prepare themselves for a future immediately after high school instead of having to worry about going to college and not succeeding, then trying to find a job to fall back on. So if you're already prepared to survive with a particular skill set, then more than likely you're going to be successful.
Why charter though?
Because if you look at the academic program and you look at the system as a whole, a lot of the charter school is smaller, it's more condensed, and you can focus more on these ideals opposed to having a kid in a crowded space and you focus on all that at one time. So I learned and studied that the smaller space, the more kid can gather.
What does the future look like for Mr. Stokey Carmichael? And also, I want to get on the name though. Your mom named you after like a black guy?
My dad named you after Stokely Carmichael, who was one of his, I guess, role models when he was growing up, and my mom gave me my nickname as his first name and gave me his last name as my first name. So it was all, intertwined, what I'm saying, to be able to be named after someone so iconic as Stokely Carmichael. But she wanted to leave me with her name, and that's how I kept my last name, her last name.
In the future?
And the future for me is, we have a sports bar, that's named after Silk.
Yeah.
My good friend that passed away 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. To move, probably relocate to a city where, I can relax, or a place, not a city, a place I can relax, and not have to worry about so much stress and violence and strife, and have a good atmosphere, culture for my kids to grow up in. And, just be happy, successful, man, and healthy. That's all I want.
So I can ask for. You actually directed a film, right? I think I watched it. It was like trying to stop kids from fighting or something like that.
No. That was a document. That was like a public service announcement. Dealing with police violence in Baltimore. I did my own documentary and a bunch of other things, but there's a lot of things I worked on individually. In my individual capacity dealing with film. It never came to fruition because we didn't have the real platform that we needed to make things work like today. Now I got relationships, resources, got a few dollars, so so hopefully we can make things happen.
Well, that's great. I appreciate your time, Mr.
No, I appreciate you, man. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm always on deck for you.
Thank
man.
you, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Oh my God, Blue Box, is that you?